back to our channel. Welcome back to the Vix. As you can clearly see, today is Tshidi featuring the plants. My person is not here for this video because of largely the content of the video. So today's video will be me discussing my admission day. My admission day, which took place 5 days ago, which means that I've been an admitted attorney for 5 days. Hey guys, yo, kumnandi ba admitted, yes, kumnandi ku sign ama court papers. Not that I've signed any, but that's not the point. The point is that I can, right? So today will be just a discussion of my admission day, and more than a discussion of the admission day, it will be me showing you clips of the day, what we did, how it was, just letting you into my life, and just so that you guys can experience our first official vlog. It was our first vlog. I don't know if it's perfect, but we continue, we move. Yes. Okay guys, so let me get into just briefly about what admission is, because I'm not going to assume that everybody knows. So it was very awkward when my mom was telling people, Guti, Tshidi's admitted, she's admitted. People were like, wait, which hospital? My mom was like, no, not admitted in a hospital. She's an admitted attorney. So I'm not gonna presume that you guys know what it is. But I know that everybody that's obviously in the legal field will know and will have an idea of what admission is, right? So I'm just going to briefly discuss the requirements of being admitted, right? But I'm going to talk about me and how I obviously went through it, But there's different parts of becoming admitted. It's not necessarily that you have to do 2 years of articles. You can do 6 months of law school and then do 1 year of articles. But today I will talk about how I did it and my own journey, But for those of you that will know already, is that I went to Wits, and that at Wits I did 2 degrees. So I did a BA law, and then after that I did my LLB. So that's literally the first requirement, to have a law degree, right? So that was a tick in the box when you graduate. Then after you graduate, you need to secure articles at a firm. Doesn't matter, any firm, you have to secure articles. And with the path that I did, I secured articles and 2 year period for a 2-year contract, right? So I didn't do the law school way. I did the 2 years of articles. And within my 2 years of articles, we do it's called PLT, a practical legal training. Yeah. I think it's called practical vocational training now. I'm not too sure what it's called now, but it's basically attending law school, right, as you're doing your articles. We did it for about 6-7 months before we could write our August exams, right? So we did it, and then after you do the PLT, then you qualify. So you have to do 6 months of articles first to qualify to write exams. And then after you've done your 6 months of articles and 6 months of PLT, then you can qualify to write the first round of exams. There's 4 exams. It's court practice, wills and estates, ethics, and bookkeeping. People write it in different ways. Some people write it all 4 at the same time. But the point is that you don't have to write all of them at the same time. You have, within the 2 years of your articles, you can write 2 or 1 or however you choose to do it, right? So with me, because remember I told you guys that I went to the Concord after 6 months of my articles. So I did PLT, I did 6 months of articles, and then I left, right? So then I couldn't write. At the time I couldn't write my board exams in the August period. Because I hadn't completed a full 6 months. I think I had done 5 months in a couple of days, right? But anyway, when I came back to Bowman's, then I continued my articles, but because I had already done PLT, I didn't have to redo it, right? During my articles, then the next round of exams, because there's only 2 rounds every year. The next rounds of exams, I registered, and then I decided to do all 4 at the same time because I was basically running out of time. My articles were going to end soon, and I needed to make sure that by the time that they ended, I was done with writing all the exams, right? Then I decided, okay, I'm going to write all 4 exams. Then I wrote all the exams, and I passed all the exams. After that, you're basically done. You're basically done with meeting the requirements. Then I just had to finish my articles. Once you finish your articles, so once you've made all the requirements, you can then apply to court for it's like an application process where you basically explain to the court that, listen, I've satisfied requirement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I'm a fit and proper person to be admitted as an attorney. Sharp. So then after I finished my articles officially. I finished them this year in, I think on the 13th of Feb or the 12th of Feb, something like that. Then even before that, I had already started drafting my papers, my application to court. I had done everything, and then I just needed for my articles to be, for the date to actually come so I can finish. Once that date came, I made sure that I signed my papers with my principal. So essentially my principal is the person that, when you do your articles, you have to have a principal. So another senior attorney that's like your principal, right? Yeah. So then your principal basically verifies that, yes, Tshidi was my candidate attorney for 2 years. She did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me, and I'm satisfied that she's a fit and proper person. Good to go. Once that happens, you apply to court. Once you apply, you get a date. When I applied in about March, I got a date for July. So the waiting period was quite long this year, but it's usually not that long from what I understand. Other people get dates in previous years, people used to get dates in 2-3 months. I waited for about 4 months, but anyway, so then you get a date. Then once you get a date, sharp, then you wait for that date for your admission, right? Then, because this year was quite different, and it was quite different because of COVID, they were not doing admissions in court, so they were doing virtual admissions. So what they did with me is that a month before my admission, I got a link to register on case lines. Then you get notified a couple of days before your admission, would say, okay, you're gonna get admitted by judge so and so, right? With me, woo, guys, Linda, I got admitted. Oh God, bless his heart. I got admitted by my judge from the Concord, and how it happened, it was so weird because I was planning on asking him judge, can you please admit me? But when I told him about my admission, judge, is happening on the 21st, he was like, yeah, sure, I want to admit you, So my judge admitted me. And so on the morning of the admission, obviously you get a link, and then what happens, I actually forgot to mention that during the admission, you don't represent yourself. It's not like you go to court and say, hey, I'm great, look at my application, please admit me. So you have to get an advocate to do that for you. So the advocate will say, as you'll see actually in the video, the advocate will say, Tshidi did so and so and so. I don't see a reason for Tshidi not to be admitted as an attorney. Usually what will happen is that you can get your own advocate. People usually like to get someone that they know personally. If you know of a friend that's an advocate, then you can do that. Your friend can admit you. Or your correspondent can then get you someone that they have in the database or whatever the case may be. So with me, I got somebody that I know. She was really great. Oh my gosh, she was really, really great. So on the morning of the admission, you log on to Zoom, and your advocate speaks on your behalf, explains on your behalf to the court, basically just giving the judges a brief of your application, right? What your actual application actually says. And then if the judges have any questions or any queries or anything like that, then they address it at that point. Admission is not something that is like determined. It's not like you're gonna get to court and then the judges are going to be like, oh yes, we love your papers, yes, we're admitting you as an attorney. It doesn't work like that. It's if you can get to court and they can be like, actually your papers are not great, sorry, but luckily I didn't have that, thank God. But with me, it happened that my advocate explained everything. The judges were happy with my papers, they were happy with my condemnation application, and they literally admitted me. So you know what, I'm talking a lot, and I think you guys know, hey, I can talk. But let me get into the video. Let's get into the videos. Let's get into the clips of exactly what happened on the day. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hi guys, welcome back again. We're about to start. I'm so nervous. Okay, bye. That awkward moment when I'm not on mute and now everybody was listening to me talk to my YouTube. Anyway, about to start. Excited.
To be admitted as a legal practitioner and for the court to authorize that the applicant be enrolled as an attorney by the LPC in terms of section 24(2) and 30 of the Legal Practice Act. The court would have noted that the applicant received a letter from the LPC raising certain queries. The applicant subsequently filed an amended notice of motion and supplementary affidavit in which she addressed those queries. The LPC has since furnished her with a letter of no objection. The court would have also noted an affidavit in the papers deposed to by the applicant's attorney of record, in which she confirms that she has had sight of the applicant's original documents and she confirms that the originals do accord. I submit that there is nothing contentious about this application and that all the necessary requirements have in fact been complied with. And if the court is so satisfied, I would move for an order in terms of prayers 1 to 3 of the amended notice of motion.
Okay, Ms. Daniels, the applicant also seeks condonation in respect of absence from her employment for a period in excess of 30 days, but that was largely as a result of her being appointed as a clerk at the Constitutional Court, and subsequent to that, I think the examination was all. Is that correct?
That is correct, my lord.
Okay, good. We normally can confer privately with my sister, but now we have to do it publicly. So,
Publicly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm fine with the condonation, to grant condonation, and also I'm fine with the papers.
Okay, good. Then we're satisfied that a proper case has been made out for the relief that is sought. Condonation is granted in respect of the period in excess of 30 days from which the applicant was absent from her employment, and a proper case has been made out for condonation. Condonation is accordingly granted. Over and above that, an order is made admitting the applicant as a legal practitioner of the High Court of South Africa, and further directing that a name be enrolled on the roll of attorneys maintained by the Legal Practice Council in terms of the powers, in terms of the Legal Practice Act. I understand that the applicant is in possession of the oath of office.
Yes, Judge, I am.
Judge Hughes, I haven't done one like this before, but
But I think maybe shouldn't she just read the oath?
Okay, good. And
Because we don't have sight of it, and I think it's most probably with the senior. So in the normal circumstances, she could just read the oath, and then we can confirm.
Okay. Ms. Valete,
Okay.
would you be so kind as to take the oath of office?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. You may proceed to read it.
I, Mutidisi Musira Malete, swear, affirm that I will truly and honestly demean myself in the practice of legal practitioner, according to the best of my knowledge and ability, and further, that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa, will uphold and protect the Constitution and the human rights entrenched in it, and will administer justice to all persons without fear, favor, or prejudice.
Lift up your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Valete, on behalf of the Judge President of this division, my sister, Madam Justice Hughes, and all the other judges, we'd like to extend our congratulations to you on what is no doubt a momentous day in your life. I gate crashed, as it were, this Zoom hearing, in part because you served as my clerk when I acted in the Constitutional Court. Pleasure. That's fine.
Sorry, Judge.
That's a day for celebration. I know you're going to probably make more noise than that. That's nothing compared to what you do. So it's a day for celebration, and it would be nice if we were all at court and be able to deliver a more detailed note of congratulations. But you've done remarkably well, and I'm sure my sister Judge Youth joins me in wishing you all the best for the future, and that I hope you have a successful, rewarding career, but also a career that enables you to give back to society. We've seen in the last while the ravages of COVID and the inequalities that exist in our society and the difficulty people have in accessing legal services. And one hopes that you will devote part of your time and your career to ensuring that the law is able to become meaningful for people. So well done, and congratulations to your family as well. I'm sure your mother must be over the moon today. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Judge Mamela, you can take over the role from here with Judge Hughes, and I will then say my goodbyes to you. Bye, Tshidi. Thank you.
Bye, Judge. Thank you. Thank you.
I've been wanting.
So we can excuse
It's over. Hi, guys. We're going to the court now for pictures. Hi, guys. You know, I want you guys to address me differently now. Now you must address me as attorney, okay? So you say attorney Tshidi, not Tshidi. It's a title now. Okay, Nana? Nana?